Hello and welcome back to another episode of Project Oarai. And we're just going to kick it straight off with Google Earth because I'd said in the last episode that I wanted to kind of give a preview of what's going to be coming and kind of like the order that I'm going to do stuff in, just to make things a little bit more clear because it became very clear to me at the start of trying to venture over here that with working with the different heights, like I'm not used to. You'll notice from my other stuff that I've built, I work at kind of one level, and I may deviate a little bit, but nothing major. Whereas this, there's an upper, a lower, and a lower, and a higher, and a yeah, it's all over the place. So I am still kind of learning to work with different heights and figure out how I'm going to get it to work. So yeah, some episodes are going to take me a little bit longer, so I do have to apologize for that. Especially for this episode. This episode was kind of, I really wasn't happy. I was very close to just deleting everything and starting again because it was kind of a little bit all over the place at times. Because I'll just start by showing what we're going to build first, so you can get an idea. So it's not a lot. It's just this section here. Um, this is all I managed to do, to be honest. It took me so long to do. Not to mention, I was using different assets to create it. I'd made this section here um, first. So we start off here and work our way to the left. And I really wasn't happy with it. So I basically just redesigned it again. So what I did is I recorded it. Sorry, I built this, wasn't happy with it, deleted it, and then I had to go back to some old footage. So there's going to be like a few time jumps. Um, from what you might see, the same as over here. I built this area one way using some different networks as walls, and they were too big and clunky, and it was taking up a lot of room and just didn't look right. So I searched the workshop for some more assets, as you do, and found the right one. So I basically remade it all again. So there's a few jumps. I'm really not happy with how it's turned out. So I think if anything like that happens in the future again, and it's just not turning out how I like, I might just scrap it and start again. And obviously, because I'll be starting again from scratch, I will have had half stuff built already. It'll probably be easier for me to put into a video because today's episode is kind of long, which is kind of annoying. Well, it's not annoying, it just takes a very long time to render, really. And to be honest, I think 30 minutes for a video is a pretty decent time. So yeah, enough about that because I'm still not happy about it, to be honest. Today's episode is this one here, like I said, just filling this out, and then our next episode, we're basically just going to be doing all these houses here. So and across the road up here as well. We're going to be filling all this out here. It shouldn't take us too long. Um, I may already have the houses done in the background, just so I can put them together and then start building and detailing around them just to save time. Because I spend a lot of time flicking through the list and trying out different buildings and seeing how they look compared to each other. And can't imagine anyone wants to watch me go through multiple different houses and seeing what I think looks the best. And then in our third episode, which I'm really looking forward to, but I'm not sure how I'm going to build it, is going to be starting from the staircase here and working our way up. And we're going to try and build this custom car park. It looks like it's two levels, sorry, and then an outside area at the back. So that's going to be pretty cool. I am looking forward to figuring out how I'm going to make this because it's a circle. So that's going to be quite difficult. And there's some stairs that go down at the back. I'm not sure if for the sake of even figuring out how it's going to work, I might skip the staircase and just do the circle part with an elevator or something. I'm not too sure, but I guess we'll see when we eventually do get to that episode. And then we're going to be moving on to this over here, which it's probably going to be the same as my other episodes. I'm going to start off at the seafront because It gives me a good idea of the length that I'm going for, and then where the buildings in the background are going to line up with it. Because we've got quite a few levels to work on here, it looks like, as well, which is going to be kind of fun, probably quite tedious, but I think it'll look pretty good when we get to it. The same back here. And I'm thinking when we get to about this part, I'm thinking we might just stop here and add a motorway here, because currently there's not a motorway properly attached to the town. So it would be nice to try and incorporate a motorway here and maybe have it go into the mountains. But yeah, this is my plan. We're just doing this in today's episode. Yeah, I am sorry that it's a little bit all over the place. I'm gonna try and not do it in the future because I'm not happy with it in the slightest. And then our next episode is going to be all these houses in the middle with this back here, and the town hall. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the town hall for now, but we'll have to figure it out when we get to it. And then the third one's going to be this. I'm excited for this, like I said, and figuring out how we're going to do this little water part. It's going to be interesting. So yeah, this is today's episode. So I hope you enjoy. Like I said, I'm sorry it's a little bit all over the place, but it looks good in the long run. It turns out well. I'm happy with it, but I'm just not happy with how it was edited and filmed and put together. Anyways, less about that. And this is where I'm going to leave you. And like always, I'll see you all in the next one.